परी एंड आर्या बेटा कैमरा ऑन करो, नहीं तो आपकी अटेंडेंस कैप्चर नहीं होगी. I'm sharing my screen again to show you the topic we are going to cover today, that is Newton's third law of motion.
Motion.
Right? Okay. So, if a boy wearing roller skates stand facing a wall and pushes the wall with his hands, the boy finds himself moving backwards away from the wall. What is this happening here? When the boy, we have already discussed this example once, when the boy is pushing the wall away from it, actually the wall is pushing the boy backwards. So this is the action which is done by the boy, and this is the reaction coming from the wall side. So after every action that you give, there is equal but opposite reaction. If this is 10 Newton force the boy is applying on the wall, then the wall would also apply 10 Newton force on the boy. But I will name either of these as negative. If I'm taking this to be positive, I will take this to be negative. So I'm taking either of these two as negative and either as positive. Why? Because I'm showing their directions to be reversed. Understood? Plus 10 Newton and negative 10 Newton. Okay? Understood or not, bache? So after every action, there is equal but opposite reaction. That is Newton's third law of motion. Clear now?
Hmm.
Right. So see this example, next example here. The man is exerting force on the cow, but the cow is exerting an equal force back on the man. This situation illustrates Newton's third law of motion. See, this man is pulling the cow towards him, and the cow is pulling him in the reverse direction. So this kind of a situation is also explaining Newton's third law of motion. Whenever one body exerts a force on another, the second body exerts an equal and opposite force on the first body. The force exerted by the first body on the second body is known as action, and the second body applying the force back on the first body is called as the reaction. So after every action, there is a reaction which is equal and opposite. Okay or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we take two similar spring balances. Acha, this can also be explained through this setup. What you need to do is you need to fix up one spring balance with a hook on a wall. So like with a point on a wall, you have fixed this spring balance, right?
Hmm.
And with the hook of it where you attach the load, there you need to attach another spring balance and pull it with your hands in the direction opposite to wall. You will see here that both the spring balances will show you the same force, 4 Newton each. That means if you are pulling the spring balance towards you with a force of 4 Newton, then wall is pulling it in the opposite direction with the same force 4 Newton. If you apply a greater force on it, maybe let's plus 2 Newtons, this will also show you plus 2 Newtons. So after every action, there is equal but opposite reaction. The reaction is equal, but the directions are opposite. That is why we will call either of the two as negative. Clear or not, bache? Understood with this example?
Yes, ma'am.
Now action and reaction act on two different bodies. हाँ जी बोलो बच्चे.
Ma'am, can you please check your chat box once?
Checking बेटा. ओके अरे बेटा, अगर आज के लिए ऑफ भी लेना है तो यू कैन रिलैक्स एंड टेक अ डे ऑफ. आई एम रिकॉर्डिंग दिस सेशन बच्चे.
No, ma'am, it's no problem. I just need to
व्हाई
do it for
स्ट्रेस
some time.
योरसेल्फ?
No, ma'am, it's
श्योर?
fine.
आर यू ओके?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
चलो ठीक है. ओके, बट यू कैन कीप योर कैमरा ऑफ फॉर टुडे. ओके.
Thank you,
Okay,
ma'am.
now action and reaction act on two different bodies. Suppose a box is resting on the ground. The box is exerting a downward force of its weight on the ground. So this is, weight is also a force, no? That is why you are calculating weight in Newton always. Always remember, mass is calculated in kg, but weight is calculated in newtons. Why? Because weight is also a type of force that you are exerting downwards. Understood, everyone?
मैम सो आई विल से दैट लाइक हमारा जो भी वेट होता है या फिर किसी भी चीज का अगर हम वेट करते हैं तो उसको केजीज में क्यों बोलते हैं?
वो हम गलत बोलते हैं। जब हम बोलते हैं कि माई वेट इज 10 kg, तो वो गलत है, बात ही गलत है। एक्चुअली द मास दैट इज इनसाइड मी इज 10 kg। जो उसका वेट होगा वो रफली इंटू 10 होता है।
तो दैट शुड बी 10 न्यूटन।
10 kg इंटू 10, 100 न्यूटन्स।
उसका स्क्वायर।
जब आप किसी बॉडी में कंटेन्ड मास की बात करते हो ना बेटा, तब आप उसे मास कहते हो, आप उसे वेट नहीं कहते हो। और जब आप कहते हो आई वे दिस मच केजीज आई वे, इट डजंट मीन्स द वेट, इट मीन्स हाउ मच मास इज देयर इनसाइड यू। So when I say he weighs, I weigh, so that is, this weigh is actually calculating the mass. But when I say the weight of a body, then weight is the force what it is exerting on the ground. So that will be into 10, whatever is the mass of the body, roughly into 10. Why is this 10 you are taking? It is exactly 9.8. What is all this? This will be discussing in the pages to come. ठीक है, अभी के लिए वी आर डिस्कसिंग हियर इज दैट देयर इफ देयर इज अ बॉडी, उसका जो वेट है दैट इज अ फोर्स, तो दैट इज एक्टेड डाउनवर्ड्स, है ना? तो व्हाट इज दैट? दैट इज एन एक्शन. नाउ एज अ रिएक्शन द ग्राउंड इज आल्सो पुशिंग हिम अपवर्ड्स, पुशिंग इट अपवर्ड्स. तो इसीलिए इट्स एट अ स्टेबल पोजीशन एंड इट इज नॉट मूविंग. Understood or not? Since this box is in equilibrium, it is not moving at all under these two forces. ना तो वो ground के अंदर dig in हो रहा है और ना वो ऊपर निकल के आ रहा है, fly कर रहा है air में. इसका मतलब an equilibrium is attained when it is in rest. So that is because of this action and reaction balancing each other in reverse direction. So if this is, let's say, 10 newtons, the ground is pushing it backwards in 10 newtons. One is positive 10, another is negative 10. Understood, बच्चे? Very clear है, बहुत simple सी चीज है.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we will be discussing how do we walk, and is there any relationship with Newton's third law of motion. First of all, I would like someone to volunteer. I can see Pranav sitting in a room wherein I can see the floor as well. है ना? Pranav, to your right is the floor that I can see. Can you please get up once? Acha, that's the table. Mm,
Ma'am,
yes, Sanvi, but you'll have to remove the blur background then. Right, okay. So, Sanvi beta, stand in a walking position as if you are going to walk. With once, I want to see your feet beta. Move a little backwards near the couch. Go closer to that couch.
ma'am, 1 minute, please.
Go closer to that couch, right? Right, now I want to see your feet. Now, yes. And take one step forward. Stop. No, only take the position as if you're walking. Don't walk. Right. Now bend a little forward as if you are about to take a step, but don't take a step. Wait. Now what is happening? Thoda sa pair niche rakh le beta. So what is Sanvi doing here? The feet at the back that you can see, her back foot is actually pushing the ground backwards. And the earth is actually pushing Sanvi ahead, because of which Sanvi now take a step. She has now moved ahead. Wait, Sanvi. Go to the yes, wait. Take the step, take the step and stop. With one feet, the other feet backwards. Right, stop now. Yes. Are ruk ja betu. Stop now. Right. Now see. For another step of hers, she is now pushing the ground backwards, and the ground is pushing her ahead. Sanvi, can you start it from where your couch is starting? A little backwards. And can you slowly, in a slow mo, go ahead, checking on if it is really the case? Are you really pushing the ground backwards and the ground is pushing you ahead? Is that the case?
The ground is not moving.
It won't move because the acceleration is inversely proportional to the mass, right?
The
Earth is
mass.
so big in mass that it won't move, of course. Hannah, we did that, no? Thank you
Yes.
so much, Sanvi Beta, for this. Please settle down. So, how do we walk? Look here on screen. How do we walk? We actually, when we are moving in this direction, we actually, with our feet, first of all, pushing the ground. The feet that is behind, with that, you push the ground behind, because of which you step forward. Now, when you want to take this feet forward, with this feet, you will push the ground backwards, and the earth will push you ahead, and you will keep this leg ahead here. Understood or not? आ रही है बात समझ में कि नहीं आ रही है?
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? So every time when you are pushing with one feet, the your body is pushed ahead, because of which you are stepping forward. Clear or not? Clear now, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So that means while you walk, there is Newton's third law of motion in action. Understood? Clear? The
Yes,
same
ma'am.
happens when you're swimming. What do? With your hand, you push the water backwards. And with this, the water pushes you ahead. So you move forward. Understood or not?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
What is this figure 31 telling us here? It is difficult to walk on a slippery ground. Why? Why is it difficult? Because we have to.
Because there cannot be grip.
Yes, because when you are pushing the ground backwards, because of like waxy coating, slippery surface, your feet may slip, because of which earth won't show its reaction and you won't go ahead, you'll fall off.
Ma'am, friction is reduced.
Yes, this is because of snow or water or banana peel. The friction is reduced. Under your feet, if anything slippery comes, your feet will slip. Why? Because you won't be able to push the ground backwards, because of which the earth won't push you forward and you'll fall off. Understood or not, bache? Clear with
Yes,
this thing?
ma'am.
Please note that though action and reaction forces are equal in magnitude, but they do not produce equal accelerations. Although I know that when you push earth, you are standing somewhere on the top of it. So with this, you are pushing the earth backward and earth is pushing you forward. When with this arrangement, you see yourself moving, but the earth doesn't move at all. Why is this happening? The forces that both are exerting are equal. If this is 10 Newton in positive direction, this is 10 Newton in negative direction. Both the forces are equal, yet you cannot see the earth moving and you are moving. Why is that happening?
Net
Because
force is zero.
no. Then why are you moving then if net force is zero? Why do you move then? You should also not move, no? But what is it happening here is when earth push you forward, because of your smaller mass, you have got greater acceleration. And this we did know, mass is inversely proportional to acceleration. Either I can write it like this, or I can write it like acceleration is inverse of
Mass.
mass, like this, right? So
Yes,
when
ma'am.
you see it like this, greater is the mass, smaller is the acceleration. Because your mass is small, very small, in front of earth, you have a very great
Yes.
acceleration, because of which everyone can see you moving forward. But when it is the case of earth, the earth is has got very high mass, and because of which it has got least acceleration.
Acceleration.
Understood or not, bache?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So the acceleration produced will be more in the body having less mass, whereas the acceleration produced will be less in the body having more mass. Is this clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will be understanding the case of recoiling of gun. Tell me, is there anyone here in the class who has learned shooting?
I have.
Oh, Sanvi, you have learned it. Very good. So if you have learned shooting, have you ever felt a jerk while shooting on your
Yes,
shoulder?
ma'am.
Why does that
Because
happen?
because I'm not sure.
Because when you have pulled it, when you have pushed the trigger down, then the bullet with a very high force leaves the rifle or the gun, right? So actually, your rifle is pushing the bullet outwards.
Mm.
This bullet will take revenge. This is the
Mm.
action. You have pushed it ahead. The bullet, while moving outwards, it will push the gun backwards, which you will feel on your shoulder.
Mm.
This this sudden backward motion, this jerk, will be felt, which is called as recoiling of gun. This process of gun pushing your shoulder backwards is called recoiling of gun, and this recoiling of gun gives you a jerk. Understood or not, bache?
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
so can we say that जब the mass is the force is high, so the acceleration is also more?
Come again, bache?
Ma'am, can we say that when the force is high, the acceleration is also more in this example?
बेटा वो तो आप वैसे भी जानते हो ना कि अगर फोर्स ज्यादा लगाओगे तो काम तो ज्यादा ही होगा ना बच्चे. उसका यहाँ कोई रिलेशन नहीं है बेटा.
Okay, ma'am.
दिस इज रिकॉइलिंग ऑफ गन दैट वी आर टॉकिंग कि यहाँ पर गन वापस जर्क क्यों देती है शोल्डर को. शोल्डर पे झटका क्यों आता है while you are shooting. This is because while you're shooting, you are actually, there is a mechanism inside which is pushing the bullet outwards. That is your action. To show its reaction, bullet while leaving the nozzle of this rifle, it will push it backwards, because of which the jerk is felt on your shoulder. Understood everyone or not? Clear? This process of gun coming back, giving a jerk to your shoulder is called as recoiling of gun. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Hanji.
Ma'am, I have those spring pins that the nip can be shooted up and the jerk will still be felt.
Right, absolutely right. So this is this pen spring that she has told you. When you push a spring down and you leave it while you have compressed that. So while you have compressed this down, you have pushed this down with anything. Let it be any eraser or let it be any lid of a pen. The moment you release this spring, it will push this, it will shoot
Yes.
this thing upwards away. Why is that happening? Because you have applied a force in this direction downwards, and the spring has shown a reaction to it. Understood or not? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, have you tried with this activity? Is there anyone having a
Yes.
balloon at home right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anyone having a balloon at home right now?
Ma'am, me.
Get the balloon, beta, quickly. We will now try it with this activity that when you fill in the balloon and you release its mouth, you have not tied it up. You release its mouth, what will happen? The air with force will be pushed outwards, right? While that air is going outwards, it will push this balloon away, and you can see that balloon flying in the air like this in random directions.
Brownian motion.
Like Brownian motion, right? Exactly. Brownian motion is the movement of very small particles. But
Mm.
this you can see significantly moving here and there in the air. So this action and reaction that we can see here, that we need to talk. Let us wait for Ria to come with her balloon. Ria, come back quickly. Ria, it's okay if you don't have it, beta. Do you have it?
नो मैम नहीं मिला.
कोई बात नहीं, छोड़ो. ओके. Someday I अभी मैं मेरे फ्लोर पे नहीं हूँ. आई एम सिटिंग एट लाइक द ग्राउंड फ्लोर. तो वो सेकंड फ्लोर पे हैं बलून्स. तो कभी कुछ एक या तो वीडियो बनाकर आई शेयर,
मैम
अदरवाइज
एक मिला था वो फूट गया.
कोई कोई बात नहीं. इतनी हवा नहीं भरनी थी बेटा उसमें. चलो अभी कोई बात नहीं. अभी हम बात कर रहे हैं द फ्लाइंग ऑफ जेट एरोप्लेन्स एंड रॉकेट्स. हाउ डू दे फ्लाई? See, for such a march to go with such a speed or go in direction opposite to the gravitation, you need to have a very high force to go forward, right? And the fuel isn't alone good enough to do that task. The fuel alone cannot carry such a big load against gravity to move forward. So, what do we do when we start the engine? There is a fuel inside the jet aeroplanes which produces a lot of smoke, and that smoke is pushed outwards with a great force. So the gases produced in such high volumes are pushed backwards. Now when they are pushed backwards, they this is the action. The earth will react and push the jet or the rocket in the opposite direction. Like this happens with this, no, these rockets also, no.
पिचकारी वाली, सॉरी नॉट
नहीं नहीं,
दिवाली
नॉट
वाली.
पिचकारी. नहीं, आई एम नॉट मेकिंग पिचकारी. अभी आई एम मेकिंग द
सॉरी.
रॉकेट. बट दिस इज द बेस्ट रॉकेट दैट आई कुड ड्रॉ.
मैम स्काई
तो
शॉट.
अभी यहाँ से आर कमिंग द gases in high volumes, pushing the ground backwards. The earth in response pushing it forward. So now this is an additional support to the fuel. So the fuel is burning and taking it forward along with this reaction coming from earth. Understood or not, beta? So this is how this overcomes the gravity and move out in space. Clear or not?
Yes.
Ma'am, so the earth is only pushing the rocket against gravitational force.
Come again, Ria, beta.
The earth is only pushing the rocket against that earth or gravitational force.
Yes, that is an additional support, beta. With that fuel that you're burning, this is an additional support to it. Okay. Okay. See, this same can be explained with a deflating balloon. So the balloon that you have set free with its mouth open, the air is rushing downwards in high volumes. with great force, and the ground is pushing it upwards, just like the rockets. Understood? So please note that if the inflated balloon is released with its mouth in the downward direction, then it will move upwards like a rocket. In this case, air rushes out of the balloon in the downward direction. The equal and opposite reaction of the downward going air pushes the balloon upwards. The rockets also work on the same principle of action and reaction. In a rocket, hot gases produced by the rapid burning of fuel rush out of the jet at the bottom of the rocket at a very high speed. The equal and opposite reaction force of the downward going gases pushes the rocket upwards with a great speed. Please note that rocket can propel itself even in vacuum because it does not require air for obtaining uplift for burning its fuel. So the rocket can also go ahead without the air, right? So the fuel that you are burning inside is pushing the earth downwards, or the space or the ground downwards, and the ground pushes the rocket forward, right? Understood or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it does not require any air for obtaining uplift or for burning its fuel. This is not so in the case of jet aircrafts. Jet aircrafts cannot fly in outer space where there is no air because it needs air to provide an uplift and to burn its fuel. So the fuel that you are burning in jet, you need air for that. But in rockets, you don't need air to burn your fuel, right? In presence of oxygen, that doesn't happen. So that is why the rockets can fly from moon also to us. But if you have gone to a moon on the jet aeroplane, then you won't be able to come back because that cannot take off from the moon surface because it needs air for its rapid combustion, because of which it will get a force forward. Understood or not?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
The case of boat and a ship. देखिए यहाँ पर in the next photo. See beta. So while you are moving forward in a boat, you are rowing backwards, right? While you are rowing backwards, the water is pushing you forward. So that means when you need to travel back, when you want to go back in the waters, what will you do? With these oars, you will push the water forward. Understood or not? So you show an action in the direction opposite to where you want to go, and the water will take you in the opposite direction. Understood, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
This action and reaction, you feel it, you find it hard to, this action and reaction can be felt least when you are walking on ground, but this can be felt when you try this on water. So if you are standing on a boat and you're trying to come on land, you will see that either the boat will get a jerk, it will move rapidly while you are taking a step forward. Why? Because when to move forward, you push the surface backwards. This boat is not fixed to a position, it's floating on water. So, of course, it will get moved. So, you can see that force that we were talking when Sanvi was walking for us. You can realize this force here on the boat clearly. So you have exerted the force on boat, thus boat pushed you forward. Understood, bache, or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear with the fact?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The case of a hose pipe. Have you ever seen a thick pipe running here and there like a snake when it is watering?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
water is coming out of it.
Yes, ma'am.
This happen with the hose pipes mostly. With those pipes that are very thick and made up of very light material, that is cloth,
Aluminium.
mostly cloth. So these hose pipes, when water rushes out of it with great force, the water pushes the hose pipe away, because of which you can see it swinging like a snake in the air. Understood or not? The case of pulling a horse cart, see? Now in this picture, can you clearly see that this horse is pushing the ground backwards?
Yes, ma'am.
because of which his body is leaning a little forward. That means the ground is also pushing it ahead, right? So it is with these 2 feet of horse, the horse is pushing the ground backwards, and the ground is pushing the horse forward. Clear or not? This is also the application of Newton's third law of motion. Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So with this, we have studied about Newton's third law of motion. Now we need to study about conservation of momentum, but uh I'll give you 10 minutes. 10 minutes to read each and every line and let me know if there's anything you have not understood. So it is 4:07 by my clock. At 4:15, 15 is good enough, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So at 4:15, we'll start with the next concept because in 15 minutes I can explain that to you.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
this new conservation of momentum is not there in my book.
This conservation of momentum is not there in.
In the new book.
मैम मेरे वाली में भी नहीं है.
It ends with the case of pulling horse.
मैम डायरेक्ट
The
एक्सरसाइज.
chapter is ending here.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my. फिर तो बहुत ही अच्छा कंटेंट is omitted.
मैम ये देखो.
मैम मेरे में भी नहीं है.
एनसीईआरटी में चेक करो. Is conservation of momentum a topic there? क्योंकि ये तो इतने अच्छे numericals थे. They've all skipped that. कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम के बिना तो ये नहीं होंगे. एनसीईआरटी चेक करो सब, तब तक मैं पॉज रिकॉर्ड करती हूँ.